This is quite the adventure I wasn't really planning on, but it's happening.
Your boy ain't much for jewelry, but I got some new bling bling.
Come on, alligator hunter, let's get this safari ride going.
Pull out ears, boy.
We're sailing good, bad, and ugly. 3 years ago, we bought our boat off Craigslist for $5,000. I'm Kristen, and this is Matt. We are known to break the rules and do things a little less traditional. Hit subscribe to join the adventure. Thanks to our patrons for keeping us going.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. Today we have serious project going down.
Yes, it's going down, but I'm actually going up the mast to do a lot of work. And it's windy today, so you know I'm a little nervous, but luckily I got the biggest delts in the biz ripping me up the mast. But we got some big projects, major things coming for the boat. As many of you know, anyone that's been with the channel for a while, you guys know that we did some super gangster rigging back in the day. You see this turnbuckle too is from like a fence on my granddaddy's farm in Georgia. So a couple of these I took from the farm.
You're such a liar. Are you serious?
Yeah, I swear to God. And we made it far on hard work, dreams, a little bit of duct tape. But we did it, and today we're upgrading it. We're leaving all that bad, negative away, far behind us. And we're getting real, because that's what sailing's all about. You know, you can start off in life right here where you don't know nothing and you're just kind of making it work. But you got to level up. You know, there's levels to this, and there's definitely levels to sailing. And today, we're leveling up.
Let's unbox it.
Alright guys, so as you can see, your boy ain't much for jewelry, but I got some new bling bling. Just kidding. This ain't sterling silver. This is 316 stainless steel. May not be the snazziest necklace, but it definitely ain't cheap either, and it's definitely worth it. Shout out to my boy Anthony Kelleher down there in the Keys at Onboard Rigging. He helped me out a lot with this. I was kind of scared. Y'all know me, I don't really get scared of much, but when it comes to the technical end of doing things perfectly, I had some trepidations, but he talked me through it. He said, look, man, you're going to be able to do this. No worries. He tried to talk me into going to a dock. He said it would help make things a lot easier for me, and I said, we don't play that game at GBU. There's no D in GBU. Wait, what? Anyway. We don't go to dock, so I'm doing all this at anchor. I'm going to go over to the mangroves to line these up and get some precise measurements, because this has to be perfect. He says if you get it perfect, later when I'm tuning my rig, I'll be able to tell by the pins that everything's even, if everything's the same size, and it'll be putting equal pressure, so that way I'm not sailing really, really nice to port and a little bit sloppy to starboard. So first part of this, before I can get my new blingers up, I gotta take away my old stankers. So the old stankers are going away, the new blingers are going up. Long way down there.
So we got the pieces down. Now we're going to take the new ones with us and the old pieces, and we're going to go to land and measure and cut them. Well, we'll cut them back on the boat, but we'll measure them over there.
Okay, so easiest way to do this, from what I've read and from what I've learned and from what I've been coached, is to lay the pieces out identical. You already know the last pieces fit perfectly, so you're gonna lay them out right next to each other, make the new pieces the exact same length as the old pieces, and it should come out delicious. Okay, so the measuring is done, and now we're on to the cutting. Moment of truth, moment of truth. I'm going to be using my Craftsman's angle grinder here to cut this off with some thinner cutting wheels that I have. Hopefully this gives me some precise cuts with no barbs or anything like that, so I can get a nice clean cut, because I tried to measure as close as I possibly could, so this is going to help me out a lot. Alright, so the next part, the next step, this is an important one. This is where you got to be smart. How do I get this to attach to my turnbuckle? The way we're going to accomplish this today, there's a couple different ways you can do it. They can make these if you work with a rigger. They can make them perfect for you and they're swaged. But today we're going to be doing it with a stay lock fitting. Stay lock fitting comes basically in 4 parts. It's got this bolt end that screws in, this compression bullet. This wraps in the wire and it's like a cone, a pressure cone to make everything stick in. And then there's another little piece in here. It's like a shaping cap. What this does is this bends your wire into the perfect shape so that it gives you as much grip and as much hold without wires slipping and all that insanity. So we're going to show you how to install that now. First thing you do is take your bolt side and you slide it over your wire. Now that you have your bolt end on the wire, you want to open your wire. Easiest way to do this is with a pair of pliers. Just circle it counterclockwise and it'll open up a little bit and you can kind of flour it. Then you're going to want to get your shaping cone. You're going to slide this over the inside wire and then you're going to form your outside wires back around it. Try to make sure you don't get any of the outside wires in that center slot. Okay, now that you have all your wires spaced correctly, you're going to do a dry run with your nut end and you're going to screw it down so that you shape all those wires. Now that that's done, you're going to back everything off and take it apart so you can give one last final inspection to how your wire's shaped and if they look good and it's going to be a good strong bond. Okay, now that that's all good, we're going to add some life caulk. I put that in the nut side about halfway up. And then you start to squeeze it in. Once you've got a couple of threads laced, I want to put some Loctite adhesive on the threads just to make sure this thing never comes off. This is going on my forestay, so there's going to be a lot of circular motion. I want to make sure this thing lasts forever. Once that's on, you're going to tighten it the rest of the way down. You'll start to see some of that life caulk shoot out of the base. That means you have a nice watertight seal and none of that salt water is going to be getting in there. Once you've taken it down as far as you can, just take your finger, clean off that little bit of caulk, maybe a little bit of WD-40 if you get it all over your fittings. It'll clean those up and make them nice and shiny. And that's it. Now you're ready to run up the mast.
So now that we have it set up, we have to attach it to the mast at the top first. So I'll be wheeling him back up there for the Yankees stay. Alright guys, many days of hard work on this boat. We deserve a break. We're getting off this boat and exploring some beautiful side of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we're sick of working. You're sick of watching us work. And we're getting the hell up out of here. I've been looking at this really cool spot that I've been excited to go to on the maps for a while. It looks a little crazy. The weather's good today. Hopefully we're able to approach it. So we're going to go explore the wilds of Puerto Rico. And hopefully something wild happens.
You can't visor hit me, bro.
Bro, did you see the visor hit? Visor on visor violence. It's visor lens. So we just paddled in here. It's windy. Sorry if you can't hear me. We just paddleboarded in from the dinghy. I just wanted to show you Dora the Explorer over here. Kristen's outfit made me laugh. Turn around.
guys, so we made it to this little freshwater spot. Hopefully there's no crocodiles. I don't think there is, but it looks like Crocodile Central coming from Florida.
Oh yeah, if this was Florida, for sure you do not swim in this water.
We're hoping to catch some cool fish, maybe some peacock bass, we don't know, but we're gonna get down in there. This is quite the adventure I wasn't really planning on, but it's happening.
Alright, so I keep catching these bad boys. These little bait things. Big mouth boys, and then, whoa! Oh no. It's like a mojar or something. Got a big old fin. So I'm guessing this water's relatively brackish. The species do look similar, but a little bit different, so pretty cool that freshwater and saltwater coexist so closely.
What the hell? It's tilapia?
Tilapias, boy! Come on.
This is the weirdest thing ever. It's like a little pond on the side of the water, and there's hundreds of these fish in there. It's creepy.
It's really weird how they can live through a great deal, because I know that this water is very warm, but it's strange because there's conchs in here too. Like, it's just this weird little puddle that tilapia I know are fresh water. They're not salt water, maybe brackish they can live in. But like, there's probably a conch here. Let me see if there's a conch in this conch. Yeah, definitely just a shell. Okay, so that was definitely just a shell. I was an idiot for thinking that a conch could survive in there. But this water's like super hot, so it blows me away that these fish can live in there. I guess they can gulp the air or something.
If somebody knows more on this, let us know in the comments down below. I don't know what this is called. I'll have to look it up and put it in later, but we're gonna see some nature, hopefully. I do see some storms ahead, but you know what's new? I feel like I say that every video. I see storms ahead, things might go bad, but oh well. Feeling hot? Oh boy, look at that big iguana.
Oh.
See if we can get closer.
I'll try.
Guys, there's a giant iguana. I'm gonna try to show you, but we'll see. Oh guys, that was really cool. There's a cool white heron over there. Come on, alligator hunter. Let's get this safari ride going.
It's nature time.
That was awesome.
For nature.
That was a big old boy.
Nature for you and me.
I don't need you to sing on this trip. Thank you. river adventure, guys. Out here in the nature.
So to do this rigging, to redo all 9 pieces, I have 9 pieces of rigging on this boat. I had to go up and down the mast almost 2 times for every piece. So I went up the mast realistically probably 15 times, and Kristen had to tow me up. But to make it easier on her to do, I made this cool rope. I just used a snap shackle that I attached to my jib halyard, and then I just did loop knots and these little pulleys with some old pipe that I had on here. Cool ladder if you want to try it. That's what I came up with to help myself. But check out this rigging. Check out these bling nuggets. So my boy Anthony down in the Keys helped me out, sent me this beautiful rigging. I'm pretty hyped, man. I'm pretty hyped on everybody that helped me and everybody that came together for this project, because that old rigging was cool and it was good, and I made it a long way on like that sort of thing, but I didn't want to put that galvanized rigging all over the boat, and I had some stainless pieces that had gone really terribly, and it was very limiting me on how I could sail, when I could sail, how I felt when I was sailing. I had a lot of that apprehension on me because I knew that this rig really couldn't handle anything over 20 knots. I was very uncomfortable sailing in it, and it's over 20 knots all the time here. So Anthony, thank you so much, man. You saved my life. If you guys are interested in rigging, if you're leaving from Florida, if you're down in the Keys, if you need 1 or 2 stays, Anthony can do you on anything. Man, the guy did a great job. Show him some love. Go follow him on Facebook. I'll put some links down below. And even if you don't need rigging, at least go harass him and say, hey, I saw you on this guy GBU's channel. So show him some love because he showed us some love. And also big thank you to the Patreons. We would not have been able to afford this project. I'd like to say you probably saved my life because you made my rigging a lot safer, but realistically you probably just made it riskier for me, because now I'll go out when it's blowing 40 knots and we'll be ripping and riding through the big stuff now. So thank you to everyone. I appreciate it. This was a big job. Sorry if it wasn't the most fun thing to watch, but I had a blast doing it.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. I feel like that was some of my best drone work with those manatees. I finally got to find them. I've taken multiple trips with that drone trying to find the manatees, and today they came out to play, and there was that little itty baby one, and it was so cute, wasn't it?
Delicious.
But make sure you guys thumbs this video up now that I know you guys all have thumbs, because we got that 10K thumbs up on that video. Matt's gonna be coming up with his hairstyles real quick soon, right? You don't have them yet?
No, I gotta tell you right now, it's real quick and easy. I can just tell you, because we are gonna be a week delayed on this voting, so we gotta let it go now. We gotta pop the clutch. So we had the 10K. It was really mixed. It was more of a mixed bag. I thought everyone was gonna say, you know what, cut it, or you know, get cleaned up, look like respectable. But a lot of people came in. The GBU road dogs were like, nah. You're changing the game, keep the ragged mullet, live your life, do something crazier. So what we're gonna do now is 2 options. One option, I'm gonna clean it up, high and tight. She's gonna cut me up so I look like a nice, sweet guy.
Maybe I can throw an example of what he used to look like.
Respectable, like a nice fade or something in there. She's gonna hook me up. Or we can do the same rat mullet, but we do trim it up on the sides.
No, it's not a rat mullet. We clean it up and make a good looking mullet.
We make a nice clean mullet and we dye it silver. So those are the 2 options. So if you comment down below, you gotta give a thumbs up, and then you gotta comment high and tight, hashtag high and tight, or hashtag silver
No,
mullet.
don't do hashtags.
Okay, don't do hashtags. But high and tight or silver mullet. And then whoever gets the most votes, that's what we'll be doing. You'll get to see that up in an upcoming video.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and we love you. Bye!
Thank you.